about 2 miles in that direction.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, along the River Thames. So if you go to places like the Tower of London or St Paul's Cathedral, that's actually where the original 2,000-year-old city of London was, founded by the Romans. Now the thing is with the Romans, they loved building walls, right? So they built a wall. Yeah, if you got a map there.
Actually right over
exactly. So you see City of London. So it kind of starts just over there. And it goes in a semicircle and finishes at the Tower of London. Okay. So it's actually a very small part of the greater City of London. And the Romans built a wall around it, right? So it had a very clear boundary. Now, what happened is 1,000 years after the City of London was founded, another... Over here, Westminster Abbey was built, right? So that was built. So London was founded in 45 AD. Right? Westminster Abbey was built in 1046, so 1,000 years later. And what the king did was he built the abbey 2 miles west of the City of London. The name for a church is Minster, thus he called it Westminster Abbey. He built a big palace across, it's now the Houses of Parliament, but it was...
Which we had the opportunity to see
saw that yesterday.
Fantastic, brilliant, one of my favourite buildings in London. Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah. And a separate city grew up around these two very important buildings. So we actually had two cities, right? The City of London and the City of Westminster. Now the thing is, the City of Westminster had no boundary, no wall, right? So it grew and it grew and it grew and it grew and it eventually touched the City of London. It all became one big city.
Oh, okay.
Now why I talk about that in Trafalgar Square is Trafalgar Square is right here, and you can see it's almost equidistant between the City of Westminster and the City of London. So what it became the meeting point between the two cities. So the king lived in the City of Westminster and the merchants were in the City of London, and they were rivals,
this is
right?
King Edward.
Well, so this was Edward the Confessor who originally built it, but the actual City of Westminster wasn't founded until William the Conqueror's grandson. So William the Conqueror's son, also called William, built the palace, but then the next king, Richard, was the one who actually founded the city itself, right? And they didn't get on, right? The merchants of the City of London did not get on with the king, so the merchants refused to come to the king. The king refused to go to the merchants because he said, I'm the king. So they found this middle spot to meet, and that was the significance of Trafalgar Square.
Okay.